Well, good morning everybody and welcome to the 2025 World Bowls Indoor Championships hosted here at Aberdeen Indoor Bowling Club in the northeast of Scotland. It's good to have everybody back in today. Here's today's schedule of play. First up today, the match will be concentrating on 8:30 is Sophie McGrouther of Scotland against Tayla of New Zealand. That's a semi-final of the ladies singles event. Following that, we'll have our first of our finals today. There's three of them coming up, 10:30. It's the mixed pairs final, where Emily Kernick and Dominic McVitie of England will take on Lauren Gowan and Rossone of Wales. Following that match, whoever wins this morning's sessions of the ladies singles will be on at 1:15 in their final. And to conclude today at 3 o'clock roughly will be the men's singles final. But next up, obviously we're focusing in on the match that we're going to cover this morning. As I say, that is a ladies semi-final. Sophie McGrouther of Scotland against Tayla of New Zealand. I think when we get to this stage of the event, I would imagine this is a close one to call, as most of the semi-finals will be this morning. We do have the other three semi-finals going on across the green, and we'll keep you updated with them as they go. I'm delighted this morning to be joined by Andrew Kyle of Ireland, who will join me in commentary, so welcome along, Andrew.
Morning, Darren. Good to be here. This should be a very close, high quality game.
Yeah, I've managed to watch. I came up on Wednesday and I watched both these players play, and they've been in pretty good form, so I would hope it will be a good match. It's a tough one to call.
Yeah, totally. I think both have grown into this tournament, to be honest, as everybody does from the start, getting better and better, so should be in for a treat this morning.
Yeah, so the players have had their two sort of roll-up ends, if you like, and this is the match about to start. All the events here at this tournament are in the same format, so it's two sets of 7 ends. Should we be tied at one set all after that, we will go into a tie-break. Tie-break at that stage is a 3-end tie-break, and it is still a cumulative score, so scores continue over the course of that 3 ends until we have a winner. It's tied at the end of the 3rd end, we go into a 4th.
Jerk length 31 metres.
Sophie's opted for pretty full length there.
Yeah, it's quite fascinating to see what hands people have played on the rink. To be fair, most players have been quite happy going on any of the sides, but a lot of players have started down the side nearest us, which would be the ditch side here at Aberdeen Indoor. Some have then swapped over. Great start from Sophie though.
Yeah, super start, just by the jack. Yeah, the ditch side, when I played yesterday, I done the same, started on it, but I find it maybe more difficult to get centre line, whereas the other side completely even. You were out in the line, it came right back, as long as the pace was good.
It looked like when they go the opposite direction, the forehand going up seems to take a really big swing with good weight.
Huge turn on it, yes, and forgiven if you were higher, not so forgiven if you're inside. Well, just short there, a couple of feet. Force Sophie onto the other side. I don't think there's really any pace difference on the two hands, to be honest. I think really all four finish well on this ring.
Yeah, certainly speaking to the local players, they say it's probably one of their best rinks, and I think that's why they've chose to take it to this one. Obviously it's an end rink, and if the jack does get moved, it can create a slight issue for players trying to get out wide on the ditch side, but I think they've decided, well, the rink's that good, let's just use it. And I think certainly seen the bowls yesterday, there was a lot of good games on it.
Definitely some of the other rinks, there's slight holds, and maybe out in higher lines the pace is slightly different, doesn't get back, but this one certainly, it seems as if it's the truest of any that played this week. So he's just short here.
Possibly just flopped in. So
between the shot and the jack, please.
Couple of inches.
Thank you. Is it 1 or 2, please?
1 and a measure.
Between the front one.
And your one.
Yeah, thank you.
Important to get off to a good start in these sets. First set can be pivotal and certainly settle the nerves if there's any about there.
yeah, we were speaking about that yesterday, Andrew, and you've obviously been in the event, and it's a 7-end set passes quite quickly, especially if you don't start the first 2 or 3 ends very well. This is a great ball.
Oh, great ball here. Oh, super shot.
Perfect. It's even better. It's got round to that side of the jack. I think it's difficult now for Sophie. I think she's just going to probably, first end of the game, I think she'll just probably draw this and look to just get a little squeeze of the jack.
Yeah, she's just up.
Drop in off her own, even Andrew would probably be.
Drop off her own, get anything on the jack. No point probably trying to get the weight early on to the key factor here rather than overplay it. One up, one down's not the worst in the first end.
No, and the way that hand plays, if you try and run that ball out, a lot of people have missed it on the tight side. She wouldn't want to put her green ball onto the pink, then she would lose both her own. So
yeah, absolutely. It goes very quick now with pace.
that hand does, yeah. I think if folk have missed the run, and it's always just been on the underneath side. Oh, she is playing a bit of running. Does not want to get a bad contact here.
Oh, she's close, darn.
Oh,
yes, yeah,
look at her.
that's a
Back
good
to
shot.
the tee, well played. And it might hang in there.
Might
Side of
actually
her
have
ring.
stayed on. It has.
Oh, she still lies.
Still lies.
Yeah, good running ball that.
Oh, it's still in,
Oh,
sorry.
oh dear.
It's pretty much,
I thought you were waiting for me to
pretty much
speak
where it
up.
was, I think.
Yeah. A good shot there.
Confident.
Worse.
Yeah,
Confident, absolutely, yeah.
Played it well.
Just,
Hit the target perfectly.
did indeed. Played it with enough pace so it didn't disappear on her as well, which is good.
Oh, testing first draw at 8:30 in the morning. It's one we would expect Tayla to make, but none's a gimme.
Nothing to give me is right. Fancy, probably just a couple of yards there, but as you say, it's early in the morning. She seems a very calm individual. If you see her across the week, nothing ever really seems to faze her. She just goes about her business.
No, I think you're right. Certainly out on a good track.
Just needs to run slightly, probably.
Yep, just going to make it, I think.
Yeah, looks like him. Yeah, just
Yep, just did enough. Well, an interesting opening end. Some good drawn balls and then a good runner from Sophie, but Tayla made no mistake with the final draw to take a 1-0 lead.
oh, good solid end. Both players can be happy with the start.
Yeah, just watching and traditionally, sometimes across the years, the quite methodical, the New Zealand players. I don't know if that's what's coached into them, but you almost, and Tayla alluded to that yesterday in commentary. He said we seem to be in the UK quite quick to just get on with it, and we use our thinking time perhaps when the opposition's ball's coming down, and they're probably the opposite. She said they're quite methodical about thinking about what they're going to do, and it's quite interesting to see that.
Yeah, as you say, it's probably instilled in the training and the process that they have in the Southern Hemisphere. That we probably don't have that up here. It's get on and get into it and get on. And
Yeah, you almost see, you almost can see the thought process going on, even on the mat. It's a deliberate sort of lead up to the bowl.
totally, that's the right thing. Deliberate is exactly what it is. And it's, what you see a lot of the players too. They seem to have the same delivery and setup and routine as well from the Southern Hemisphere, whereas we probably don't have two players that throw balls the same.
No. I'd say that to Kelsey Cotnell, we were talking about deliveries. I said obviously Southern Hemisphere, it's almost like it's been brought out of a textbook, and we have, including myself in that, we have all sorts of different varieties of it, but at the end of the day it's the end result that's more important than how you let it go, I guess.
That's it. Yes, just needs to run, I think.
Yeah, line was good.
If anything, that side, it seems to finish more the higher the track you're on. So I thought maybe it was give you the impression it's not, but it didn't finish as much and give you the impression it was slightly slower, but it's not really. This other side that Tayla's just about, and that's a good ball, seems to come off it and run on. You can be behind it quite easy, that side.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that yesterday. It was almost like you had to be out there on the high line, but your weight had to be pretty good just to let it come back. And if your weight was good, it seemed to fly back off the wider track.
Totally. This is good effort here.
Yep, good second.
Situation, please. Thank you.
Good shot how wide the ball's coming back from there.
Totally. You just get off everything outside. It doesn't matter how high you are. That's the leave, certainly. If you go inside, you're gone. It punishes you, but you tend to get right back to centre on the higher side. Chance for Sophie here now. She can just rest her last ball. Should be enough. Just needs to hang. Yep. Wee chance now, maybe.
Got a bit of pace on it, so just needs to miss the jack. Probably would be the best result. Lucky.
Oh, lucky.
Probably needed just to miss the jack and dropping off the pink ball.
Just always just looked underline.
No, not really make it any easier for Tayla here. I don't know if she'll just... A couple of options, she could try and just still drop in there and get another ball close, or she could just elect to maybe just go in behind.
Yeah, there's probably a chance in the higher line in this backhand ditch side that it could get back.
That's the shot, and even if you are just a foot or two past, it's not a bad area to be.
Yeah.
Sophie's showing her intent at the first end. She's not going to be frightened to play her on her, so...
No, and that's important too, to show that that shot's in there, and she will be aggressive when she has to. She's staying with the forehand.
Looks like she's just trying to get to that sort of area we talked about. Just wants to slip the ball, really.
Yes.
Well...
Decent effort.
Yeah, it wasn't too far off. I think she was probably either just trying to lock in on that green ball, or
Yeah.
even if she had sort of dropped round it, she would have been in a good spot.
I'm in two minds, not sure what to play there, to be honest. I don't think you could have scored another in the forehand, to be honest, just the way it lay, but she say it's another bowling about it and eliminates the count.
Tough shot, this one, because she wants to arrive, but as you've already said, if you're over the pace on this side, it can always kick by, and if you're under, it hooks away quick, like this one will.
Yeah, this will just disappear.
Oh. To tell from our angle.
Tell from here, but
umpire job.
She may have got lucky here.
Yeah, she certainly got a large amount of luck with the last one. She was well under, which is easy done on that side. Once you miss it just a ball or two under, it hooks away quite rapidly.
Punishes massively, yeah. Umpires have been very good this week, Don.
Yeah, it's good. As I say, there's been a good squad of them. The markers and the singles and the umpires. It's been as long a week for them as it has for all the players. So
absolutely long days and concentrating all day and into the evenings and sometimes late evenings as well. But I just think the how they've delivered themselves with the players, and it's difficult with so many different nations and languages and everything else, and they've really done well. I really thought it's been top quality this week, to be honest.
yeah, I think the players are always quite good to see the calipers coming out. They're a really reliable piece of kit.
Oh yeah, totally.
Looks like it's still going to be to New Zealand just, I think. Yep. So it's a 2-0 lead.
Set
Tayla.
score 0
After two
2
ends.
after 2.
It's just a reminder, we do have the other 3 semi-finals. So the other ladies semi-final and the 2 gents single semi-finals are going on across the green from us. We will keep you updated with them as we go. In these matches, it's England's Dominic McGrouther playing Ross Owen of Wales, gents single semi-final. At the moment, Dominic's 2-1 up after 3 ends. We've got Jason Evans of South Africa taking on Jack McShane of Australia. Jason's opened up a 2-0 lead after 2 ends.
Jack length 31.5 metres.
And then the other ladies semi-final, it's England-Malaysia in that one. At the moment we don't have a score, but we do have an end, so
I'm measuring at the minute.
don't know if this would be it's likely to be their second end, though, wouldn't it, going in that direction, so
Yeah,
maybe
must
had a no
have
shot.
must have had a tight end. Yeah, that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, so Malaysia are 1-0 up after 2 ends in that one.
Sophie sticking with the ditch hand here. She is pulling up short, I think.
Yeah, her line's really good too. That was the line just to get back to centre. Just lacking a yard.
That's all. Just a wee extra push up that ditch hand.
Seems to be one of these hands. There's a couple of times as people have put them down on this side and it's right in front of where we are. They've looked wider, and yet with good weight they're still getting back. It's almost like there's a couple of lines you can possibly get away
I
with.
think there definitely is. It doesn't certainly punish you if you're inside the line. You'll not disappear out of the head. So if you have the pace, you can have a good useful ball in the area type thing. Let's just run on here. Just the first 2. Wee chance for Sophie here, just to get in. Oh, she's just pulled up short again.
Yeah, I should be disappointed with that one. Just wanted to make the slight correction. Get one in really close.
Even she went to the back.
Your
balls
last
went
one
up,
is
the 2 pink
a
balls
yard
were
and... Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
still a wee element maybe of just settling early on.
Yeah, I think so. I think they both realise what's at stake. You know, a place in this
Absolutely.
final. It's not something that comes along every day or every week. So
Absolutely.
good correction here.
Yeah, she's played this right and well. Sneaking in.
Tucked it sail in as well, which is a good thing.
Sophie's going to follow now. She's coming off this side. Must be dead weight. Yeah, chance here. Just stop.
Probably not a bad miss, to be fair, just in case
Yeah.
the jack gets turned a foot footer, so she would have been in real trouble. So
Takes a bit of danger away, Ernan, to be honest. If Jack had moved there, she would have been facing 4 down potentially, so good leave, as you say.
I don't think Tayla would have been deliberately trying it, but you know yourself, you're just carrying a foot of pace and you roll the Jack, you'd have been line 4 there. So as it is, she's got to draw for 2. Looks like she might just push through it as well.
Just stop. Yeah. And it's easy done that there as well. That, you know, it gives you the impression that hand it does run on when it comes off.
Just wonder if Sophie would come up and look at this. I know the back there against her, but it does have 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Decided just to draw. Seems to be down a narrower
She's
track.
down the inside track here. This really needs to run to have a chance.
Her own ball, certainly.
Oh, that's enough.
Oh. Slightly fortunate, just under the line. Wasn't miles off target,
Yeah, her
but
pace was
certainly a
good.
bonus to turn her own past the Tayla ball.
Got away with it because she had good weight.
Gets her onto the scorecard.
Absolutely, and that's
Set
important as
score,
well. Settle the nerves again.
2 after 3.
So far, it's all been ones. Obviously, you know, people coming in, Andrew, have been asking them, you've obviously not travelled as far as some, but how has the tournament been for yourselves? I know that Bowls and Ireland's in a really good place at the moment. You're doing very well as a country, so you know, how has this event been for yourself and Zoe?
Yeah, it's been very good. I really enjoyed the whole setup all week. The singles and the pairs were a good wee run. Obviously missing out in both quarter-finals. Turn a bowl here or there. Zoe's played very well. I think it's been a good tournament for her. You know, 22, good prospect in the game, and getting experience is massive. I've been delighted to have another go at something. Played really well all week. Just obviously didn't get over the line against Jack yesterday, but again, Circuit could have won either way. But it's good to be involved in these things. As you say, from an Irish Bowls point of view, we're in a good place. We have a lot of good upcoming young players, keen to be involved, and obviously with the support we've had from Sport NI and stuff back home, the funding, you know, we can open the world up to these young players and take them to play against the best, and going toe to toe. That's where they gain the experience, and as you well know, over the years, you know, you don't get it sitting at home. You have to go and, you know, do the hard yards and play the best players in the world. And you know, we're starting to see probably the betterment of that now. We're, you know, starting to do well on all the different things, and people are coming behind the more established players and sort of asking them the question that they have to keep at the top of their game and pushing them. So you know, we're in a really good place at the minute, and long may it continue.
Yeah, good stuff, Andrew. Yeah, and Zoe did slip in that you were her coach at one point when she was younger.
That obviously shows my age.
I just said when your son starts playing, that's when you know you're at our age now, Andrew.
Absolutely, yeah. He's 21, so I'm definitely old now. He's just turned that, so I think it's my times. I'll stick to the coaching, I think.
Quite right. I just stick to commentary now. This is a good one, Tayla. Good end for her so far.
She started well here.
2 balls in close.
Is it 1 or 2?
Not making it easy.
No, I wonder, could Sophie be
Favour
tempted
two.
arriving in the back?
I think, you know, now that she favours 2, I think it's worth possibly having a run at this.
She's got her own bowl or inside for the jack. Good back position. Yeah. I don't know, you look at this. That'll not move.
No, it's a difficult hand, that one. You just stick out a bit wide. It just seems to track both directions, actually. It's almost got to start it right at that green ball, and it may just drift inside it.
It's one of those that probably playing weight, the more you go, is better because it sticks the line. It doesn't allow it any option to not come back or drift. going for a wee bit of cover here. I think that's a sensible shot.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ball.
I think so. We'll go again now.
Needs to move yet.
Still close to
Contact
her
on
own.
this.
Oh. Our own ball is rammed through too.
It'll still
Still
be
be
one
one.
with Tayla yet. To be fair, just slightly off target. It's not miles off it.
No, she definitely corrected from her first one. Her own ball was an option, as we said, so in that respect she hit the target to a degree.
There's always a better draw when you're line one. You seem to play it a bit more relaxed when you're holding one and it's a draw for two. Tougher when you're one down and you've only got a couple of feet from the ditch to put one in there. She can have a good draw at this, you know, even if she does drop into the ditch, it's not a disaster. She's line one anyway.
Exactly, no point being short. Give yourself the opportunity. Would put her in a good position if you had it here now in the set. Looks like a good line now, just wasting a pace now. Needs to go, I think.
Just needs to sit off them. It'll be
Oh,
in.
it's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good shot.
Yeah, it was a good draw. And these, you know, short sets, we talked about it yesterday a lot. You know, it's these often these sort of extra shots that
1-4.
can make the difference,
After
especially in a
four.
tight set.
Absolutely. And 4-1 now. Strong position, really going to this end and score. You really own the set.
She kind of took control of that end with her first two balls, which in singles play, as we all know, it's where you want to be kind of dominating if you can. You don't want to be leaving it to your last two if possible.
Is it on the team?
First ball is absolutely key here. If you're in
Yes.
any way closer on top of it,
Jack 32
definitely puts the
and a half
pressure on.
metres.
especially when you're in a position that she's in here at 4-1 up. And she puts this in the top of here. It's Sophie's on the back foot straight away. Sophie really hasn't maybe settled just as
Yeah,
well.
she's kind of had good lines a lot, just maybe the pace just not quite on the pace. Her line's been good, I think.
It just needs to drop. It's a decent start. Back on the Dutch side.
Looks a better start.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. No, that's good.
Finished in a
Cash on the
spot
set,
that
shot ball, please.
Tayla might have to switch over
It's
as
a
well.
ball and a half short of Jack High.
Show me, please.
Just
Thank you.
See that over the course of the week too. There's some players ask for the physical, the marker to show the physical distance from in their fingers, and some asked for it in inches, and some asked for it in yards. You know, it's not easy for a marker. Well, this is close if it runs.
Looks good.
Oh, she's well played.
Played it, I think.
A good shot.
Brilliant ball.
Did look inviting to change there for her. Just
Yeah, it was a good switch, and turning the jack, she's probably made two.
needs to get off.
Good weight, so this will hook back.
Yeah. Good shot.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah,
Great
great
end.
ball.
Still looks quite inviting though for Tayla just to play a full draw, turn the jack again.
Full draw, set the ball, turn the jack. Really could close this end down if she does. Make it very difficult for Sophie.
14 inches.
Yeah.
Just on that wider line.
Just high. Going to be another good receiving ball if it slips this, mind you.
Perfect pace for what she was looking for. It's not going to be easy here for Sophie. She lies one. Can't really
Move it here further.
risk probably coming into the head, but it's all these balls, the pink balls with the blue discs that are just in prime position, and it's not easy to get in and cover them perfectly.
No. She has to be brave here as well, because if she leaves it, she probably loses the set. Leave Taylor the option of playing up into it. I think she probably has to come down this forehand.
Best result's probably just flopping in off her own, really, and just maybe closing it up a little bit.
Even she sat her own ball and turned it maybe once, or I think she
Yeah.
has to be up. If she turns it herself, she turns it herself. But
Yeah, it's one of these. She probably just has to, as you say, be brave on it. Don't want to leave it and let your opponent do it, and then they make a 3 or a 4.
looks like a decent line. Just needs to go at the end again.
Oh, is this where it starts to hook? Here.
Should go
This
now.
is a great effort.
This is a great ball.
Perfect. That's just what we talked about. Brilliant ball.
Brilliant ball. Yeah, absolutely.
Now
Had
the,
to be brave.
now the difference is, for Tayla to get the jack through, she's going to be bringing, hopefully, Sophie's ball with it. So that was the benefit of that, was just making it a little bit more difficult.
There was an element of risk there, but she had to be brave. Just to...
Yeah, she played it so well.
She did.
She couldn't probably come up and set that ball in a better place.
Taylor can't really play the backhand either, because she gets her own ball, she's a chance of dropping. Weak count. Probably has to reach in on this forehand side and try and punch it, I would say.
Yeah, I guess it's forehand, turn the ball into the jack, and she does play the backhand. The only thing she's got is really to try and just touch her own down, I guess, maybe for second shot. Might get the shot if she just sets it down, but
Very difficult just to get the right pace to do it. Anything over, she probably springs it too far. And then, as we say, it whips away. The chance of getting the front green ball is not a good result.
problem is on this forehand, I think, when you try and play anything just over the pace, it's such a hard line to get. It's been a very low percentage shot on this rink. The rink is good, but probably the lowest percentage shot is somebody that's had to play just over the pace.
Yeah.
Because it either seems to sit on the high line or it hooks away quick.
Or it whips away on you, on the inside.
Sorry, that green one on this side, where is that in relation to the jack again, please?
It's jack level.
Cool.
See this a lot in the outdoor part of the game. Mike Kernahan, great player in his day. He's a New Zealand coach over with him. See a lot of discussions with coaches. Not something we're too familiar with in the indoor game. But it's very popular in the outdoor game.
Something that's got more into it in the last lot of years. We, as you say, we don't really see it here in the Northern Hemisphere as much.
Oh, she's going big.
Which is away. Yeah, it's gone. For years we really didn't have coaches. We had a manager or an official that went with the teams, and maybe we didn't see a lot of them, darn it.
Yeah, it's changed these now. There's quite a bit of support staff go with the teams, when they're going to these major events. So
Professionalism now.
yeah,
it's
probably
definitely
aligned, to be fair, aligned with other sports, and that's the way it kind of the world is now. It's just trying to make sure everything, preparation's key, I guess, and just trying to make sure everything's right, so the bowlers or whoever is participating just has to concentrate on the job in hand.
Well, really, a coach, they're primarily there to more so if you go down and say, blah, 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 I fancy this, to back yourself. They're not not usually going to tell you, no, you're totally playing the wrong thing or dictate to what to play, but it's a confidence thing there for the players just to keep them right. Not surprised, she's just short there.
Yeah,
It's just
very difficult to make another one there, but it was quite right to roll it and have a, just a sort of quiet draw, as we call it. It's been a good end from Sophie. She needed it.
really good end at a key time in the match. If she had lost there, it was going to be a real uphill struggle to this first set, but that's kept it all
Yeah, good
really
two.
close.
Yeah, good two at the right
Set
time.
score.
Yeah, just looking across the green there,
3-4 after 5.
Dominic McGrouther is out the blocks early this morning. He's taken the first set already against Ross Owen, which was a fairly not convincing scoreline. I didn't see what it was, but expected that one to be a tight game. I'm sure Ross will rally in the second set.
Yeah.
South Africa, well, Jason Evans, he's out the blocks as well. He's 5-0 up against Jack McShane after 5 ends. It's Emily Kernick who's played very well this event. She's 5-1 up against
Jack
Malaysia.
length 27 metres.
Emma from Malaysia played well in this rink yesterday, second set in particular. It's Emily, it's opened up a 5-1 lead after 5 ends.
Emily's been very steady all week. She has indeed. Sophie continuing down the ditch side here, just needs to run for a good start. Yeah, decent opener. Let's stick him with a forehand. Another good opener here. She's followed up well. 2 good opening balls. Switching, had the switch just slightly short of her first, but again, this is a good effort. Just up.
Yeah, line was great. So just the
Sorry,
importance
what
of
was
having the
the
perfect
situation,
weight to get back in that one.
Favour red.
Marker indicating a slight preference for red. It's only their opinion at the end of the day. If you're a player, it's up to you to request to go down if you want to.
I haven't done a lot of that visit the head to prefer the 2 players this match so far. Just overplayed that.
How far through was my last?
Sophie just needs to take 18 inches off her last.
Karen. Karen. How far through was my last?
Come on, here.
How far past was my last?
She gets some high rest. Tayla's ball here. Make a pair.
Okay.
Would ask a big question here just as that.
Oh.
Decent
It's
effort.
definitely doing a tighter line. Will it get back? Not quite.
Just up again, just the same pace. Just hard to nail it there, just lines have been very good. Coming off this high line again.
Yeah, good ball. Another one in. Has set up a bit of a sort of landing area for Sophie. She could almost just about play identical ball and get the shot here.
She can find the same ball about perfect.
important she doesn't try and correct anything. If she tries to tighten this up, it sometimes can hook away.
Oh,
That's what she's done, I think.
she has. Wee chance there.
Yeah, I think if she'd played the same as her last two, she would have probably sat off the wide one for sure. Marker did favour one red, so quite rightly Tayla going to have a look, make sure she's happy with that call. A little opportunity for her just to try and draw, and if she just was lucky enough to just touch that jack a couple of inches, it would make a 3.
Totally, there's a few wee options there. She rests her own 2 balls. She's certainly going to get the shot, you would think. And if she's just inside the line, she has Sophie's ball to lock onto. As you say, we touching the jack makes the 3, which pretty much you would think would give her the set. Consultant Mike.
Yeah, I don't know if Mike had a cough, or that was the signal for Tayla to come over. I think it's, to be honest, I don't see anything else but a draw. Try and draw the 1, give yourself a 2-shot lead going into the last end. If you do happen to just touch the jack, it's a huge bonus. Priority is to try and make sure you're lying the 1.
Yeah. Needs to work now for a look.
It's just the pace, isn't it? Yeah, just a fraction, or just a ball wide perhaps.
Yeah, umpire.
Yeah, just probably 2 options in her mind there, as you say, be up to touch it, up to rest it. It's very difficult then just to you adjust the line at all, you're gone. The umpire favoured the red or the marker from early on, but
Yeah, good call. Comfortably in. Well, tied set, we're at the last end.
Set
4
score.
after
4-4
6 ends.
after 6 ends.
been that sort of game so far. It's been tight. Every end's been really, there's been no massive opportunities of counts, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So across the green with Jason Evans has been pulled back by the looks of it, and it's now a tied set, a first tied for set with Jack McShane. He was 5-0 down with a couple ends to play. He's managed to rally and tie that set, so great comeback from Jack.
Absolutely.
And Emily Kernick's over the line in her first set.
Jack length
6-1 up
28
after
and a
6
half.
ends. That's got her over that line, so first set's just all coming to an end.
This one's slightly shorter with the length. She's a good start here, darn.
Yeah, she's been playing that line really good all match.
Yeah, the line has been really, really good. She sneaked on that, to be fair. I thought it was closer as it was coming to rest.
Yeah, not bad here.
Oh, she's good. Always getting back that side. Finishes well. The way it's good. Decent effort. Better here, I think.
Oh, well played.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, indeed.
How far behind is that shot, please? Thank you.
Looks up to me.
Just a little, yeah.
Probably not a bad leave, mind you. Gives her
Can I come
options.
back? Can I come and have a look?
Yes, certainly.
Your ball is 2.5 inches. 2 inches.
Sophie coming for a look.
Yeah, it's interesting now for her, really, to be honest. The last ball of Tayla's went so close to the respot, it's just about very difficult to beat. Still inviting to attack down that side and take the red disc ball out clean anyway. What's the decisions for here? I don't know what the best idea would be right now.
Very difficult to beat that one on the tee, as you say. There is an element of risk for to come down the backhand and try and take Sophie's ball out. I think there's definitely an element of risk that her own ball would go with it, and Sophie has that pretty good third shot in there, which could be pivotal in this end. To be honest, the two balls could go, and that one could be the. I think she might try and draw here.
Just thinking to myself, if she could come up on that centre line 6 inches short or so, it might be a cracking ball just to keep Tayla out of the head, deflect her off it.
She's lining up to play backhand. Just needs to settle a bit of nerves there, maybe. To be going for cover.
It's like she's going pretty deep here. I don't know if she was trying to get to the spot or she just deliberately went round the back. Doesn't look like the jack at the moment, depending on connections, but it doesn't look like the jack would stay on the rink. I think if it's hit, it's bound to go off.
Yeah, definitely.
Just wonder if Tayla will have a whack at this, even if she does sacrifice her own ball. It means at the moment she would have 2 feet to draw her last. I know Sophie will be trying to beat that, but it's almost like get it cleared now and give yourself one chance with your last.
I think this is definitely the ball to do it if she's going to go.
If she gets the jack, she's going to be lying perfectly on that respot, 3 or 4 inches off it.
I think that might be the ball that makes the shot for her, because she has that respot and so close to it. Usually is an option the Southern Hemisphere players go for.
Yeah, I think just having the ball so close to the spot probably makes it a definite inviting shot to play. Knows if she gets the jack, she's going to be lying really good.
She's going, yeah, going quick. Oh, this is very close.
Well, she's opened up a touch.
Just give herself a chance.
That's what we talked about. Difficult for Sophie here because she has to try and get a closer one. She knows that the spot position is gone. If the jack ends up there's nothing she can do about that. She's got to try and draw one a little closer.
Yeah, somehow draw, if you say a front toucher, close as she can. Probably not sitting side on. Anything but that jack high would be perfect, but just draw the shot. Ask the question. Back on the forehand. Just up, darn, just up.
Yeah, he's a bit disappointed with that one.
Yeah.
Again, good line down that side, just didn't get the pace, and she knows herself, she's giving Tayla a chance here.
She has.
Created herself her third one by playing
Oh,
the
yeah.
attacking ball. It's far from a gimme, but she's given herself a great chance here to draw the shot. Probably around about 2 feet of room.
2 feet of room, I'm sure she'll play the backhand she's been playing. She's stuck to that side of the rink most of the game, up and down.
Again, just the methodical approach to it, just trying to make sure she can see in her head drawing this shot. And the hard part is the execution.
Just needs to get off. Pace is decent.
Pace is good.
Just needs to get
I think the
off.
pace is going to win it for her.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
just maybe.
ne-
Yep,
yeah,
just
just
enough. Highlights: Bowls International, and of course our own
Jack wins
SIBA
51.5
Indoor Bowling Association here in Scotland. Without the support of these partners, these events just would not take place, and I know World Bowls would like to show their appreciation to them, so thanks very much for that. Good start.
Yeah, good opener here. Getting that first set under your belt gives you that wee bit of a confidence booster. Going into the second, just start well here, you're in a great position.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? You know, you don't want to relax, that's the wrong word to use. You never want to relax in a game of bowls, but it does just give you that sort of advantage of taking that, especially when it's a tight first set. I think if you can get over the line in that and you start the second one well, puts you in a great spot.
Totally, you know, you've got the second chance, obviously getting the first set under your belt of the tie break if you need it, but the pressure's all on the player who's needs to win the set now. She started well here.
Two good bowls.
Two good balls to open with, yeah.
Easier said than done. It's probably for Sophie. It's about trying to forget about that last bowl, because we'll be probably kicking herself a little bit still with the opportunity just to get one in a bit closer and ask a question of Tayla. It's easier said than done, as you know, Andrew, in matches when you know you've perhaps just let one go, and just try to clear your head of that and not let it affect you the next couple of ends, because the match can quickly turn.
Disappear from you very quickly. And that's sort of how she started here. She's two of her worst bowls probably of the whole game. So she has to just blank it out. It's a new game. Play it as two different games. You know, the first mini game's gone. This is a new game, and she has still an opportunity. You know, if she wins this, it's anybody's game if you go into a tie break. So it's a big bowl here. Just draw the shot.
Switching hands.
Strange.
Going with
Oh,
pace.
she's going with pace.
Oh, that's a way. Definitely feel that last end's just still playing in Sophie's mind. Don't mind attacking bowls, but you know, she doesn't have a bowl within 4 feet, and basically is going to face 3 down with
Yeah.
last bowl in hand here.
I think she should follow this next one up, go for a walk to the head, just compose herself and take the time to come back and draw a close bowl and limit the damage here as best she can. Another
It's not a bad plan B. She was wanting to be about that past, I think, but it's actually finished in a bit of a bad spot. I think think Sophie's got to back herself to draw this. Just get back
she
on that
has to.
backhand and
That'll force her hand on the draw now, and I think it's the right shot, to be honest. You know, on the backhand, she's played it all game. You know, if she's even, she takes one out of it, leaves her an opportunity.
her line's good.
Line's good, absolutely. Just needs to run.
Gonna take one off, I think.
Yeah, I think that's important. That's a decent effort. Plenty of ends left.
Yeah, and I think, to be fair, I think if she'd went up after maybe her second or before she played her third, she would have probably elected to try and draw that twice, which would have perhaps given her a better chance of making a slight correction. But yeah, I think it was important to get one in. At least take some of these three off the card.
Yeah, three's a big lead. Certainly when you're behind after losing the first set.
The other games are going at rapid fire here. We've got England's Dominic McVitie 4-1 up against Ross Owen in the second set. He already won the first set, so seems to be on fire this morning, does Dominic. South Africa's Jason Evans, who he's done well to put that sort of last couple ends of the first set out of his mind. He's 3-2 up against Jack McShane from Australia. In the last match, which is the other ladies' semi-final, Emily Kernick of England is 5-1 up against Emma Faroji from Malaysia, and she did take the first set, so she is in a great spot. England already in the mixed pairs final, so they're having a very, very good event.
Yeah, strong week they've had. Two good players.
Yeah, they are. They've gelled well together. It was a good battle last night against Scotland, against Stuart Anderson and Claire Anderson.
Better start here for Sophie.
It's a great boast to come, folks. Today we have three finals back to back after this last of the semi-finals this morning, so lots of good bowls to take in today over the course of the next three sessions.
Looks to be another half decent effort here. Just needs to run maybe.
Yeah, it's just
No, it's just pulling up on her.
Again, it's the perfect line.
Lines have been so good coming up this hand. And Tayla continuing on the backhand. Just overplayed it here.
Yeah, just a similar draw for Sophie. Try and drop round her own. Touch it in if she can.
Touch it would probably do the job, yeah. Looks slightly further, does
I
it?
think this is good.
He just played it with this
Yeah.
one.
Turn the jacks even
That's
better.
the jacks even better, yep. Oh, it's a
Yeah,
great
great
shot,
ball.
great shot. Pressure ball, just at a wee point in the game that, you know, she has to really win this to settle the nerves here again, just give herself a chance. Do you say park the disappointment? He has to park it and move on.
Yeah, I think she's got to take the positive out of the fact that she's getting the line perfect, and sometimes that can be the harder part at times, just getting the right line to find the middle, and she's doing it all the time, so she knows in her own cell if she can just click onto the weight. She's got that sort of in her locker, the line's there already.
Yeah, it's just half the battle.
Backhand draw, I think, for Tayla here. She can't get the shot, she'll want to sit on the one just behind.
Yeah, she'll be looking to
Yes, you're one down, go.
maybe get second shot even would be a really good ball for Tayla here.
Well, looks quick. Trying to get back to the room.
Trying to get the back one. Does.
No, take one out. I'll just wonder, does Sophie just hand off her two, or does she switch over and try and just turn that jack with a good draw? They can't do anything on the forehand but draw a shot.
Yeah.
Charles put it well, that's the thing, so.
Say she's really nailed the line there.
Yes.
A two would be good, I think. Yeah, she's sticking with it. Important ball here now. She could somehow sneak this in. Slightly higher track, but it should finish.
Just gonna lack running, is it?
She's just lacking the pace on that higher line.
Yeah. We'd have got back all that with an extra foot or 18 inches. So one thought.
Good end after the last one.
Score 1-2 after 2 ends.
For Sophie. Tayla fairly steady again there. She had a lot of good balls in and around the head. Took a good ball to make the two. As it lay.
This is the direction that Sophie's just got to try and get her first one working a bit better this direction. I feel if she's struggled, it's really been this way.
Yeah, she's started the ditch side, but then very quickly I think she's flipped a couple of times, probably because she's left her first one
29.5.
slightly short and potentially on the line. She's sticking at it here.
It's a great line.
Yeah, it looks to be good start here.
Yeah, that's much better. Not a bad response. Might just pull up.
Yes, yeah,
Line was good.
was.
Just with Tayla's ball finding the centre of the rink. This is a big one. Try and get this one in just round her own.
She could just overplay her first ball. This is a decent effort here.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's very good. Very good. Gets back, but it just doesn't get right centre on the jack. You notice all the balls coming off that side. Whereas the other hand, you will get touchers and really close.
Well, this is close.
It's great correction here. Are we going to be slightly unlucky?
She'll be happy with that though, after her first one sort of blocking any sort of firm runner, she wanted one in close there to...
Yeah.
make sure she defended the situation. She's still one down. The jack's probably pretty close to that back green ball as we look. Not easy for us to see on the screen, so it's sitting between the back green ball and the pink one just in front of it, but it's probably locked quite tight onto the green ball from what we saw.
Yeah, it was turned there and it just looked as if it was going to run very close to the green one.
And what Tayla has done is she's still one down, but she's made it very difficult for Sophie to add another one. Doesn't want to make the target any more inviting.
No, and she probably has to follow Tayla's ball and come down the forehand now. I don't see much on the backhand.
Yeah, just in that sort of forehand side, it's
Even she was on the line on the way in here, would nearly leave it that she's in a strong position to get a one this end, just as it lies. Good pace. Might drop a lot of this.
just doesn't want to flop onto her own or the jack. That's okay. It's left a slight catch, but that's what Tayla will be trying to reach. Just miss her own front one.
Just miss her own, and that's very difficult, as you alluded to earlier, Darna. If you put pace on, it tends to want to hang or whip away. So, just to get this right, she might play it as a draw.
So you say that, Andrew. I think it's one of these shots on the way the rink plays. You've just got to really try and draw that, and hope you've just got that 6 inches of pace to get the sort of connection you need. Drop in off that last ball.
Yeah.
Sophie's is probably the best result.
Looks to be that line, drawn line, so
Oh, she get back.
just that, and there it is, it just sits. And she's carrying, 3 feet there?
Yeah, and that's the difficulty with it's the type of shot you look like you need that pace to turn the green balls, if you like, but the moment you try and play it at that pace, it's hard to master the line, because I think if you bring that in a ball or two, it just hooks away underneath.
Just hooks away, yeah.
That's how brave Sophie wants to be here. She can't stick this and I'll draw to her last. She wants to just somehow touch the pink ball and make it fall back. She would maybe make 2 or 3, but I think running for cover is probably the safest option.
Yeah, it's just lining up backhand, that's definitely a cover ball.
And then out sort of on the outside here on this hand. If you can just finish on the wide side.
Just needs to run anywhere by this pink ball if she can, just in case. I'm not sure she would, but there is obviously the plant in the backhand and the big runner, but she has the tee. But now she's just going to draw. Looks a slightly thinner line, but I think she still has the pace. It's going to run. Yeah, it's just
So difficult, and it's just it's a hard one to get right.
one of those ones you could have 10 goes at and not get it. It's just really difficult.
It's 2.
Oh, she got 2.
No. Yeah, it's 2. I wasn't sure that Sophie's second one had quite made it in, but it had.
Set score 3-2.
I've known that was 2 and wondered
after
would she
3.
have took a chance and played that runner,
Yeah.
having the back ball on the tee.
I'm with you on that one, Andrew. I thought when you talked about her just keeping with the draw, I was of the opinion it might still just be 1 then, and that's why she was sticking with the draw. But yeah, it might be being a bit more positive there.
I think so. I don't see how she would have lost any more than what she was lying down.
A couple of good ends from Sophie's got herself back in front here.
Jack length
3-2 lead.
29.
approaching the halfway stage of this second set. It's a set that Sophie needs to win.
It's been a couple of impressive ends there after the first end of the set where she really struggled after losing the very, very close first set. So that's very important. Two really good ends there.
Just across the green, folks, we've Dominic McVitie now leads 4-3 going into his last end against Ross Owen. Dominic won the first set. South Africa's Jason Evans, well, he's 3-all now against Jack McShane after 3 ends of the second set. They tied their first set. And Emily Kernick, well, she's only a couple of balls away from securing her spot in the final. The ladies singles, she leads Malaysia's Emma 8-1. There's only a couple of ends left to play in that one. Emily won the first set. Emma would need to score 2 fours. I don't think that's going to happen.
Run here, Sophie. Oh, that's a great shot.
How
Good
far
adjustment.
past is the shot,
Good
please?
ball.
Dominic has won.
Yeah, it's a good win for Dominic. Ross has been playing well, as has Dominic, so it's his last 2 games. He's taken out Stuart Anderson, Ross Owen.
Good solid player. Nice lad too. It's Dominic.
Yes.
Bubbly character.
He is indeed. Well, Sophie, how's your memory? Can you repeat the last one?
Yeah, if she could rest her own ball here, she would be in a really strong position. I tell you what, she's really close if this drops. Just at the last. Oh, it's just
Well, might have set her own in. Oh, would you just made it a little bit more secure had she knocked it in? Touched it, but it didn't fall.
forcing Tayla onto this hand that she hasn't really played. This will be interesting to see if she can grasp the line here. Not overly wide.
Not far away. Has she got the pace to hold?
She's just
Going to draw this, I think.
up onto it. Yep. I think that's enough.
I think that's the 2 lines we talked about there. I know they're playing with different bowls, Andrew, but that bowl was just marginally short of reaching the jack, and it didn't go down far.
Yeah, if you're just on that inside line, it doesn't punish you, but you know, you've always a chance. I think, you know, even you're carrying a wee bit on the inside line, you've a chance of sticking around the head, whereas if you're overweight and on the higher line, you're just not getting back. Sophie's in a similar line here.
This is a super effort.
Just needs to get there.
I think she's played this.
Oh, she has. Oh,
Yep.
oh
Well
great
played.
shot. Great
Great
shot, Sophie.
Really good head of bowls.
That's super. It's changed nearly every ball.
Yeah, it's great to see, you know, she's definitely managed to blank out that last end of that set now. She's found some cracking bowls the last couple of ends. Very much back in this set.
Yeah, this is anybody's game now. If she can hang on to this shot, she's in a great position. Tayla not be far away now. She's played this well the previous ball.
Definitely down a narrower track this time.
This needs pace. I don't think she has it. Or
Yeah, so Sophie picks up another one, takes a 4-2 lead after
Set
4
score
ends.
4-2 after 4 ends.
I think for Tayla is the bonus of winning the first set is she doesn't have to win this set. Tied set will be enough for her.
Yeah, as long as she keeps it tight here going into the last end, she has that opportunity, the tied set. It's an advantage. Winning the first set's definitely pivotal in these things, this format.
Jack length 28 and a half.
Kiss the balls.
Just out that wider line. Just going to pull up.
Just pulls up slightly short. That's not ideal for her. She might have to change.
Yeah, so Emily Kernick has secured her berth into the final of ladies singles. So we have England in both men's and ladies singles finals later today.
Good start here.
Yeah, well done. It's a great ball.
We stick him with a backhand. Just thought her first ball might have just forced her.
Definitely tightened this one up. Gets inside her own, she's close.
It's a good effort. Turns now.
Oh, that was a great effort.
Good try.
Just sat forever down that line there. It looked like she was good enough just to get the bend inside.
I thought it was turning enough for her. Although she's opened it now. Definitely will. Be a clear road now.
Taylor's out in a great line again.
Pace is not bad here. Just up.
Handy spot.
Good ball.
One or two.
Similar ball really for Sophie. She was pretty much on that.
Absolutely. I think if she plays the same ball, she's really, really close. Her own's not there now.
It's a lot quicker this time. Might need to get a helping hand off her own.
Yeah. Oh, has. She has.
Yeah, she just looked quicker from the hand. Watching it kick across. Still gives Taylor a chance though. Similar ball to her last, she pulls that jack round the corner.
If she has the same ball, that's definitely a big opportunity to lie three.
The good thing is, Andrew, that the jack's now off centre, so it might actually help her down this side. Talked about how some of them just sit down the line when you carry a bit of pace. Well, the jack's now probably about 8 inches a foot to the side.
Absolutely.
She's just overplayed it.
Just on the high side. That's it. Just that pace.
Now, Sophie's got to think about this because that's the back 3 balls now against her. Doesn't want to leave any opportunity. I know Taylor has only maybe got one in there, but temptation would be to drive that jack through anywhere off the respot. She's going to line 3 or 4, so I think Sophie has to just sacrifice this ball somewhere deep.
Has to cover. She has to cover. Yeah. Anything by the head.
She can't cover everything, but you know what, the harder shot's to trail at a foot, so for me it's just get something just in behind that furthest pink ball at the back of the rink. That way you've got the respot covered. Jack stays through at the back of the rink, you're okay, you're going to be at least first or second shot.
Absolutely. The hard shot is the wee trail, as we've seen there. There's so many efforts at it, and very, very few balls do get back to get it, so if she gets it, she gets it, but she can't risk this because this is probably the easier option. As you said, the big drive gets clear the head, put it off the rink.
Yep, looks like that's exactly what she's played.
And she's played this very well. This is a good shot.
Yeah, very good. Very good. And it's one of these ones, if your opponent goes up and turns the jack of foot, then you've done all you can.
Totally, you can't cover everything.
You try and be too cute there, Andrew, and sort of split all the pink balls up. That's when you end up coming up short or jack high and you leave the opportunity.
Yeah, and then you kick yourself because you've given a freeman, so to speak. Interesting to see what you'll play here. If you go big in the backhand, run the jack clean through. Big in the forehand, or will she play the difficult shot just to turn it?
Yeah, I think she's just going to try and make a slight correction from her last.
Yep, just playing it.
It's definitely not as quick.
This is close, I
She got the
think.
pace.
If she runs, this is close. Oh, she didn't.
It was a great effort, to be fair. She was probably just lacking a foot of pace.
Maybe it was close because she had less pace. If she had the pace maybe required, it may have sat.
Might have not got back, yeah.
Strange.
It's a good one, though. For
Set score
Sophie.
5-2 after 5 ends.
Just opens up a slight gap in the set now. 3 shots.
Again, we keep saying it, each end's a really big end for Sophie, but you know, she's got those 3 shots advantage here, 3-shot advantage, so this is a super opportunity to close out this set if she can have a good end here.
Yeah, I mean, she knows if she wins this end at all, she's going to be in a great position. 4s are hard enough to get any time in a match, let alone when you need it at the very last end of a set, so Tayla, on the other hand, well, she'll be thinking, look, just win the end, 2's a bonus, give myself a chance going up that last end to tie the set.
Jack length 29.5.
Looks high and
Just quick on that wide line, innit? Yeah, we'll come back now. Does hook back there.
looks well at the end. It's not a bad start now.
Slightly over the pace as well. Not bad open up.
Yeah, 2 similar opening bowls.
Still room though.
A little bit of good adjustment now for both players. Sophie's definitely a lot tighter than her first bowl. Looks good here. Just needs to settle at the last.
Yep, just set the ball down.
The get, please. Thank you.
So I'll just give you a quick update on that last remaining gents singles game. Very tight affair. Jason Evans of South Africa is on 5. Jack McShane of Australia on 4. They're at the last end of their second set. They did tie the first set. So not beyond the realms of possibility. We could have 2 tied sets over there, which is unusual. Needs to make the correction this time, Sophie. There's an opportunity here just to get one in nice and close.
Just
Looks
up,
like she's quick though.
just up again.
Neither player's really capitalised at this end.
Now, one really good adjustment here could take this end. It's a big ball here. If she can rest Sophie's and just get the shot. Gives her an opportunity. Just needs to run.
Yeah, I think she's done it.
Yeah, she's good. Sophie's pace has been okay, but don't think she likes this out of hand. Expression wasn't good.
Don't think she's too bad if she
I
runs.
think she's okay.
She's drawn the shot here.
Oh, she has. She didn't like it when she threw it.
Now. So what have we got at the back of the rink here? Is it just one to Tayla on the respot? It's hard to know just from this angle. We'd have to pan out a bit to get a better look at the tee area. Just wonder.
Looks as if the centre.
There's the tee now, so it looks like it would be one to
Looks like
Tayla
one.
on the respot. Albeit she would be hitting that front green bow and then thereafter in could
go.
in could happen, to be fair. Does she just try and play it a bit more? Just to tap the jack out to the side, that's the harder of the two shots.
Such a difficult shot.
Does make contact, the jack's going to push out towards her two balls certainly, but it is a very difficult shot. That said, at the moment she's going to be 4 down playing the last 10, so
Yeah, any change is good for her here. She has to give herself a chance in the think of the last end. She goes big weight. There is a chance she puts the ball, Sophie's two balls onto her own back ball. There's an element of risk in that as well. She could end up in more trouble. She somehow can spring it out to the left hand side here. It looks as if there's a definite opportunity for at least two. Just pick your shot and commit to it. She's going stiffer.
oh, she's close.
Very close here.
Oh, she's put it
Oh,
really
she
well.
played it. That's a great shot.
That is a great ball. Couldn't have played that better. Got her two shots.
Didn't go massive weight, but went solid, and I think that's the best way to play it. You see, it didn't move, and always left her an opportunity coming up there.
Yeah, it was a well executed shot. Did have the balls at that side of the rink. It was just a case of would the jack stay on, and she played it with a nice weight to allow that to happen.
Set score.
Not an easy shot
5-4
because it handles
after
hook
6
away with
ends.
pace.
Really,
Great ball.
really well executed.
Now gives her a great chance. She just has to score this end to take her place in the final.
The opportunity to dictate the length too here as well. Looks as if she's going right up again. Fairly full length.
Roll that way, please. Yeah, thank you.
Jack length 30.5.
This is right on cue when you want to put one right on top of that jack.
Oh, that's it. What you would give for cracking up the ball here. Needs to run, I
Just think she's coming up short. Yeah, line was good, but a yard short.
Switches, another opportunity here for Sophie. First in here could be massive.
Coming off the wider track. Good pace, it'll get back relatively close. It just won't quite make centre. Yeah, race weight was good.
Yeah.
How short is my
Solid
my
opener.
one, please?
Sorry.
Okay, no, it's all good. Thank you.
You know, can you find a metre or so of pace?
Looks like a decent track again.
Oh, the track looks perfect.
Better here. Just needs to settle.
Oh, this just ran on.
Come on, baby.
Well, amazingly, in that other gents semi-final, Jack McShane has fought back once again, and he's actually taken the set. Picked up a 2 at the last end to win it 6-5, and he's won the game 1.5 sets to half a set. He was 5-0 down in the first set, came back to level it. So it's Dominic McVitie of England against Australia's Jack McShane. Last game of the day. Question is, who's going to play Emily Kernick of England in the ladies? It's still very much in the balance here.
Good line again.
He's chasing it this time, but I think it still needs to stop.
Just needs to get the brakes on. It's just the same ball.
Master Lion.
Sophie's got a wee chance here. She can work inside her own ball. She's got the tennis balls to rest at the back too. Close this down.
She's on a good line. If she can just have good pace to get inside her own. Yeah, played it well.
Yeah,
Very good.
good shot. I see if she hadn't got the wee feather, she was drawn right down close to the two pink balls.
Yeah. This is a big ball for Tayla.
This is one of these wee shots again, isn't it? That, you know, yes, there is a dead draw, but inviting to just try and be there.
I think that could be the problem. I think if you try and just play to reach that ball, that's when you get the sort of sit past. It's trying to just convince yourself, just draw this, just dropped it.
So hard when it looks so different.
I think that's the only way it guarantees getting back. Last two balls weren't far away.
No, very close. And she has the first set, so you know she can have a go here.
Well,
has to run
I
the
think
big.
she's under.
Yeah,
Better pace that time, but just a little bit under. It's just going to hook away. Well, Sophie's done enough to grind that second set. And it'll take us into a tie break. Just a reminder, that is a 3-end tie break here at this event. Format that is accumulative scoring, so just almost like a mini set rather than a tie break.
sometimes formats are different, but that's probably the best way to do it. Some
Call.
competitions may have you win the end,
Yeah.
Tis a tail.
and it's not shots, and sometimes there will just to be a one-end tie break,
Second
which
set score 6-4.
is anybody's
after
game.
seven.
But this is probably fair, as you say. It's like a mini set. You give yourself an opportunity, even if you lose the first end.
Yeah, I think so. And no, as I say, it's a slight variation to the one that certainly I'm probably more familiar with. Whereas you say you're just playing to win each end, but I quite like this one in the sense that it tends to take you into that third end a lot more often. Still gives somebody sort of that outside chance of either tying it up again, so we go into a fourth, or maybe getting a 2 or a 3 to win a set still. So yeah, I definitely think it maybe brings out that third end more often than the other format sometimes does.
Yeah, it's fair. I think it's fair across the board, especially when you've had 2 sets, nip and tuck, and gives you that wee opportunity. Tayla sticking to the backhand. Just not getting there this time, the first ball.
No, she's just starting to leave her first ball a little bit further away. It's giving Sophie a chance.
Sophie's sticking with the side of the rink. She's always generally getting in the area with. Now this is a decent opener.
Yeah, both players get in the middle. Just slightly missing their weight. All the games concluded now, so the spectators have started to make their way over to this corner of the arena. Cracking arena and facility here at Aberdeen and Bowling Club.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's definitely one of the best in the British Isles, certainly, if not further afield.
Yeah, it's a great adjustment. Not easy when you've pulled up maybe 4 feet short of your first to make that adjustment. She's done it well.
That's a lot of this has been like that. There's been the opening balls haven't really been mega close, but the adjustments
have been good.
Have been good. And here's another good adjustment here.
Just the bend to get the ball. Oh, good effort.
Oh, good try.
A little unlucky just to flick the ball because it's probably pushed her on an extra foot or so.
Yeah, I think it looked better than it finished.
So there's a chance for Tayla to repeat her last.
Yeah, she's decent again, I think, here. Covering slightly up, but it's going to be another one. Sophie has adjusted well here. She just needs to continue in that vein. This has to have a chance.
This is good. Drawn it.
She has.
Right ball.
How many times has she done that? You know, it's the third ball she has made that big adjustment. Coming off this side.
Yeah, she's done it quite a few times in this match. Tayla will just be slightly disappointed with her third one that she didn't just get a bit closer, because I think if you're 2 down and they're relatively close, it just adds a bit of pressure onto that draw.
Yeah, if she had a similar ball to her second, would have asked a big question. Sophie made it more difficult.
It's just a backhand draw. Trying just to squeeze the jack if possible. Got a ball waiting on it.
Let go now. Needs to let go now.
Just some effort.
This is a great try.
This is some effort. I think she's drawn the shot. Ah, well played.
Oh, that's a super ball.
Absolutely outstanding ball. And it has made shot.
It makes it more difficult for Sophie now. You know, she can't risks losing more than one if she is anyway tight here.
Just got to really just kind of draw it. Just
same
as
ball.
you say, don't want to be coming down on the tight side in case you spring it.
Same ball as her last, or even she rests the The third shot would nearly take the risk of the count away as well. Don't want to drop that in the first end of tiebreak either.
Not a bad effort.
That's a really good effort here.
Needs to get inside this one. Oh, she's just got a wee
just-
rise again. Yeah, the weight was good.
Just stopped the wee spring. I think if she hadn't rested there, Tayla had a wee chance of just arriving on the draw on the backhand, just to spring it for a couple.
0-1 after one end.
But tight again, one shot.
And that's the thing with this format is it was such a good ball from Tayla. You'd be hoping it was the old format and that would have been one end in the bag. You know, it was such a big ball to play, but obviously it's just a 1-0 lead over 3 ends, so still lots to play in this match.
It's been such a tight game too. You would expect it to go to the last end of this. Well, you would, definitely will now, you would think.
Jack
Longer-
wins 32
Longer jack this time. We're
metres.
right up at the tee. Almost tee to tee, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the first time in the game. It's normally been that, sort of 30 metres. 30.5. Going off that good line again.
And the pace looks pretty good.
This is a good start.
Oh, cracking ball. Back toucher at full length jack.
Maybe just felt that wee change of length was just required. Sophie just needs to drop. It's a good reply now. Decent start, go back to centre too. Is it slightly thinner? Something different with this one. She's just dropped the pace.
Yep, just a little bit less pace.
This is a wee chance, just needs to run.
Oh, it's close.
Needs to run just.
She's drawn it.
Oh, what a great shot. Oh, brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
Can I come up, please?
Yes.
That really shows how good her first ball is now, just behind there, the head too.
Both first ends have been excellent in this tiebreak so far. There's only been sort of millimetres between one per line and not line. It's great stuff.
Yeah, high quality. A really good game. Tayla still has a wee chance here. Just follow up on her previous ball, draw down the forehand. Wee opportunity just to turn the jack for 2 on the draw. Coming down a good line here. This is all about pace. I don't think she's pushed this, has she? Wrong. No, she just hasn't pushed it. Great line there.
Yeah, not quite. In fairness, there's not a great deal on here for Sophie.
No. don't see Tayla playing a running ball either. She obviously hasn't got the back position, so really all she has is the draw. Is there, you know, would it be worth trying to maybe block the draw in hand? You know, if you force her onto the backhand, she's nothing really.
Yeah, I just wondered if she'll maybe go on the forehand and just sort of sit just maybe jack high and a little bit wide of the head. Then gives herself options. If Tayla does nothing, she then has a chance to
Totally.
decide herself whether it's worth trying to make 2 or 3.
Her own ball does look fairly well locked, so if she did make connection, you would think it's going to definitely bring her back one into play. So
I'd be trying to draw this one perhaps about 18 inches wide. Maybe just a ball or 2 in behind jack high, somewhere out on that side. Then gives her options. Perhaps makes then Tayla think about it, and she might then have to stay away and just do a bit of covering.
yeah, she might have to just suffer the one shot loss. Or hope
Just
it's
went
just the one.
No, it went a bit wider than I thought, but this is the right area. That's what I talked about. And then inside that dot,
Yeah.
there's good.
This is good.
Yep, very good. And I almost feel she said to Tayla, well, you can try and get the shot and you miss. I've got a shot here. So I just wonder if Tayla will maybe come round and split these 2 green balls.
I think she has to. Bernadette, you know, it's such a tight game. She can't take the risk. She has to cover here. The risk of losing the count probably outweighs the drop in the 1 and
Yeah.
having an opportunity in the last end.
Definitely agree.
On the drawn line.
Doesn't want to be tight and short here. She is. Oh well, Sophie, now what do you do? You've played the end perfect. Do you take your chance? Gamble? Try and just... It's not an easy shot, but do you just try and play this with positive weight? Get onto your own ball, pinch it out, you lie 3 or 4.
She's taking one now.
Oh wow. Oh well, at the end of the day, you've got to make that call yourself.
Tie break score 1.
I think I had to play it.
2 ends.
There was a lot of reward at the end of that. I don't actually think there was much risk.
I don't think so either. However, the person on the ring has to back themselves to make
100%.
that call, and she's made it. So, at the end of the day, it's 1-1. She just has to win this end. Probably the way this game's went, it's a fitting end to it. Tied going at the last end.
Nearly the same length too, I think. We're right up on the tee. Who can get in first here? This is
Jacqueline 31
massive.
and a half.
Looks like a
It's a great
good
opener. It's a great
opening
opener. Can she
ball.
hold for the jack? She's got it.
She can. What a great
Oh,
shot.
it's a great ball.
Just what you want the first end, the first ball of the last end of a tiebreak.
Sorry, can
Yeah,
you
she
hold
just
it so I
came
can
down
see
that
the hole?
slightly narrower
It's
track
just
with
in front of
positive
your
pace.
face, I can't see.
Landed
Oh,
the
sorry.
jack.
Thank you.
Great ball. Great wee audience down the bottom end here now. They've all gathered from across the whole arena.
Everybody's come over. Coffee shop's empty.
Tayla sticking with the backhand.
Yeah,
About 6 inches of room to draw this.
still enough gap there. That's a decent effort if it runs.
Oh, she's close. Oh. 2 great balls.
Two great open balls. Fantastic. job if you can, Sophie.
Called as a measure. Just over the pace this time.
Yeah,
To be fair, if it stays on the rink, it'll be fine. It will.
yeah, it's a good position.
It's a good place.
Can I come up so I can see what section?
No surprise coming up to have a look. I think that's the right thing to do. As you say, it's only umpire's perception or marker's perception. Who lies? You're better seeing it for yourself.
Yeah, definitely the send the balls is so important to both players. Nobody's going to get refused to come up now. It's a very tight one. So just from our first angle, slightly favoured Sophie was still lying, but there's not much in this.
She's got the fingers on. Tried that once, doesn't make any difference for me. Measuring with fingers.
Yeah, they're definitely better at that down in the southern hemisphere. I've tried it as well, and I'm not sure I'm very good at it.
No, I've retired that one. She has to just try and get to it again, rest her own ball. She's got her own ball to rest now if she happened to be up that wee shade.
Yeah, almost just looking to draw inside her own ball if she can. Not room for a ball to get in there.
Totally.
Again, she's just going to go round the back, which isn't a bad fault.
No, that
Both players have got a bit of playing behind now.
Sophie continuing the forehand. Somehow she can turn her own ball down or just slide it. Leave her in a very strong position.
Oh, line's good.
She just needs to
Just
go.
on over the pace again.
Yeah.
Difficult. I don't know who's actually holding shot here.
Just needs to adjust the pace.
Looks quick.
Yeah.
Just to flicker on.
Oh,
Quite.
stayed on too. One off a higher line here. This, I don't think this will get back. It's just going to finish jack high. We'll have no wee consultation with Mike again. Again, it's hard to know. She's obviously, it's so close.
I think both players are slightly favouring its red.
Can't see her playing the forehand. Darn, she hasn't played it more than a couple of times the whole game. She's got her own ball to rest in the backhand. She wasn't far away with her last, just the pace maybe.
Yeah. She's played the backhand more often in this match.
Starts off.
Yeah, quite right. It's a big, big ball. Place in the final at stake here.
She's
It's under.
just under, hasn't the pace.
Well, it's going
Can
to
we
be
just
a,
get it measured to be sure?
it's going to be a measure.
Get the wedges under that.
Yeah, you want that ball wedged up,
Left
surely.
wedges at the. Yes.
Surely you want to get the ball wedged.
Yeah.
Yep, it is secure now. I think both players of body language would suggest they favour the red ball.
Yeah. It's difficult for us to see, but
It's unbelievable. The match it's been tight all the way, and
it's come down to a measure.
comes down to an umpire's measure to decide who's going into the final of this event to face Emily Kernick of England. It'll be the second last session of the day.
Body language, I agree. It looks as if it favours Sophie. Well then.
Yeah, so Sophie McGrouther's ball has won the measure. She's into the final of this event. It was a great game of balls. Could have went either way, and it came down to an umpire's measure to decide who
Set
was
score
going through.
2-1 after 3
Andrew, thanks for your company during commentary there. Enjoyed that match.
Great game, Darren. Thank you for having me.
So folks, that's the first of a mouth-watering set of matches today. Here's the rest of the schedule for today. We'll be starting the next match in around about 15 minutes time. That match there just overran slightly, so about 10:45 we'll be starting with the mixed pairs final, which is Emily Kernick and Dominic McVitie of England against Lauren Gowan and Ross Owen of Wales. That'll be followed by the ladies singles final around about 1:15. We now know that will be Sophie McGrouther of Scotland against Emily Kernick of England. And then finally today, around about 3 o'clock, the men's singles final, Dominic McVitie of England, Jack McShane of Australia. What a festival of finals we've got coming up. Please join us again shortly. See you soon. Thank you.